for tuning in. I'm here with Jermaine and Michael, or Michelle. How do you pronounce your name, brother?
Michael, you got it.
Yep.
Okay. Just seeing what I read here. Thank you guys for joining. Super grateful to be able to share the space with you today and excited to learn about VentureMind AI. Feel free to introduce yourselves. We'd love to hear from you, how you're doing, and yeah, what you're building.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, thank you once again, Raheem, the whole Siren AI team. Super great to be here. First of all, my name is Jermaine Anagwam, founder, CEO at VentureMind AI. We're going to talk a little bit about the Neuro token and about the launch and how super excited we are about it. A little bit of background about myself. Got into the space 2016. Front end dev for Bitcoin Private. We're bringing during the whole ICO age. We're bringing Z Snarks to Bitcoin. So that was a fun deal. Fast forward 2019, 2020, Juicebox Protocol, Layer 1, Solidity, when everyone was raising funds via DAO. And in 2023, launched VentureMind AI as a Web2 SaaS. Applied to YC Combinator, didn't get in, but we applied to the Seedify AI Jam Incubator and launched it in 2024, December 11th. And, we'll tell you a lot more about Neuro Token, but let me get my guy Mike on here to jump on the mic.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks. Happy to be here. We love doing live streams. We do them as many as we can all the time. Yeah. Like Jermaine said, we both got into the space in 2016 as traders, investors. Then, fast forward, I was part of the DAO as well. And then fast forward some more, 2023, VentureMind AI was born. I have a master's certificate in AI and machine learning. And we've just been building and, supporting everyone in the community and, happy to share what we got going on. And we're going to hopefully change the space a little bit more than we already have.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I joined around the same time, so been also, I guess, evolving from trader investor to community builder. So I totally get it, and I love that you're familiar with streaming. So today is going to be fun, and yeah, excited to hear. I mean, like you're going to talk about the Neuro token. I can see you're excited about that. Would also love to hear about the platform and what the direction is. So I guess the first thing that I'll ask today is what inspired you to start building, and is there a specific moment that sparked the idea?
Yeah, so when it came to AI, right? I started building in 2022. So I took a prompt engineering course with Mishbah Saeed with Menlo Park Labs. And I got hooked. If you guys don't know Mishbah Saeed, make sure you check him out, Menlo Park Labs. You can check out his YouTube channel. One of the best builders, prompt engineers in the space, vibe coding monster, right? And so what happened was, as this whole AI as this whole AI movement came about, it started to take notice that the gates for devs and things like that were kind of breaking down. Usually when you wanted to build something, you would contact a dev and you'd have your web designer and if they were overseas, there was time differences and things like that, excess amounts of money. So the gate to actually doing a startup, if you weren't a coder yourself, was very high, right? And so as AI started taking effect, this now brought about the barrier to entry to be almost zero, right? No devs, no web designer, no Q&A, and so on and so forth. And so this now made it easy for you to start solving problems that you already had. I don't know if you ever come across back in the day where you would have an idea and then you would look into what it would take to generate that idea, and it would be so much money, and then you just somebody else would do it, right? You know what I mean? So it was one of those things where I'm like, okay, let's start solving problems. So always been in the Web3 space. As AI was starting to jump into the mix, we saw an issue with prompting, right? People didn't know how to prompt. People still don't know how to prompt it properly, right? Over 60 to 100 different styles of prompt engineering, from vanilla shot and zero shot and so on and so forth. And so we found that people were prompting the large language models 15 to 20 times just to get one answer or one correct answer. And so what we did is we took prompt and we put it on the back end. Just like everyone does, we did an API call to whichever large language model we're using, whether it's GPT, Commander R, Mistral, whatever you want. Whichever LLM fit that narrative, that's what we put on the back end. So think of it as a tool-based prompt template. So if you wanted to generate a LinkedIn profile, generate an Airbnb description, or maybe you're a comedian and you wanted a 10-minute comedy set, all you would have to do is fill in a couple of questions in the parameters and then it would generate up to 4 outputs for you, right? So it kind of took it from a little bit of you not knowing how the prompt is to you getting that answer on the first shot.
You made it like one step easier for them to understand and work.
Exactly.
And I totally understand, because 90 days ago I started streaming, and 60 days ago I started vibe coding, and then I did both at the same time, and I was able to ship something. But the challenge was with the prompts. So I had some friends help me out with the prompts, and I vibe coded my own app as a founder, but I didn't have the prompts to actually, really take it to the next level, or the coding experience. So I understand the need and use case here. What would you say is the main objective or mission that you're on with VentureMind AI?
Yeah, so listen, VentureMind AI started off strictly with AI tools, Gen AI, text generation, video, text to video, text to music, that type of thing, right? How a lot of AI SaaS companies started out. And now we've evolved and advanced so much to where VentureMind in itself is becoming more so of a holding company than it is an actual AI company. And let me explain, is that we found out that we could service and build out so many projects and help so many other founders build out their projects as well, to where we are now becoming this kind of like this ecosystem of a holding company, right? So not being put into the box of an AI SaaS, but more so in the sense of across the genre in Web 2 and Web 3, right? And so that's one of the biggest goals for us. Like, we just became a vendor for Snowflake, where we build native apps on their marketplace and we ship apps for them. Also with Samsung, we won the 11's Labs grant. You know what I mean? And now we're partnered with 11's Labs. So this just opens up so much more for us. You know what I mean? It's pretty great.
I love using like 11 Labs to get those custom voices for the AI animations that I do. So lately I've been using like Kling and like the Kling Speak for, like, we just did one for Solana Spaces and Bitwise, like I animated one of the guys, and it's like, okay, that's cool, like from the creative side, but having the ability to plug into what you're doing on the technical side, I think is a game changer as well, because all of a sudden, like, you could create your own agentic, avatars with that. And I don't know. I mean, like, there's so many different ways you can bring it to life.
A lot of times, when we were thinking about going from static to dynamic, right? Like, the first thing we did was the prompting, but that's static. You still have to do copy paste, right? Even if you generate, a LinkedIn profile, you still, text generation, you'd have to copy it and paste it. That's still manual and static. How we becoming dynamic is through automation, right? And so you mentioned these agents and these avatars and stuff. And so what we set out to do is we built an agent that hosts, spaces on X, right? And it automates, tweets and all this other stuff, right? And so it's cool for content creators on the Web3 side, right? But we are going beyond that, man. It's like it's evolving so fast. And I think, you're saying you were vibe coding an app. And I think a lot of times what founders is, and it's not really even the prompting. It's more so in the sense of the process. If you were part of a high-level studio, right, or a high-level software development company, what are the processes that they use before they ship a product? They have all of these people that they pay, but each one has a job, right? With vibe coding, it's just you. Yeah. But if you follow that same sequence of all of those people, like a QA bot or something like that, before you ship the product, then you'll have your cybersecurity penetration test, you'll have your product testing, you'll have your bug testing, you'll have your pop-up testing, you'll have all of these things. So it's not truly the prompt, it's understanding the process of putting out a highly functioning product, but mimicking what the big guys do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and the AI agents can easily do that.
And being able to speak that language. I do a AI creative direction actually, and like this is like a real big part of it is understanding how to have those language models going and being able to prompt engineer your way through, but also like there's the details in the framework. So with that being said, excited to check it out. Let's have a look. Feel free to share your screen.
Yeah. So I'll show you the first tools platform that we did. I'm going to share screen for a second. So this was that side. This is one of our first babies right here. So what this is if you go to venturemind.ai /tools, this is our dashboard, right? And we'll accept the Venture token, we'll accept the Neuro token as well, and Stripe, right? So we didn't want the gate to be on the payment side or anything like that. If you want to use crypto and connect your wallet, completely fine. If you didn't want to use crypto and just do Stripe, that's completely fine as well, because we have a lot of Web2 customers as well. So this here was a specific tool-based prompt, right? So it's kind of labeled real estate, social media, legal, miscellaneous. Like even if you click on miscellaneous here, just some really cool things. We even built some stuff for Sona.ai, where they were using this tool to create better prompts for people that wanted to create songs. Right.
Oh, I use Suno like
yeah.
every week. I love it.
That's yeah. So, Lyrics Labs. Where's my funny one, man? Like, I want to show you guys a really funny. Where the hell is it? Laugh line. Here it is. So, this was like the aesthetics of us in the beginning, right? Like you did no prompting. You would just basically answer this question. So, comedy theme, like girlfriends, right? Your target audience, adults. So we have some adult content, right? Humor style, dark humor.
Nice.
Comedian influence. Like who was your comedian influence, right? Like, so this was like for a comedian, like, Kevin Hart.
I would actually try this out. This looks fun.
So what we were gonna do with this was that, okay, it was like, all right, this is cool, right? But in order to get people to use it, we were gonna film ourselves going through this and have them create this 10-minute set for us, and then applying to an amateur hour somewhere in your local city and film, this set, like study the set and then film the set and see how people like it, if they boo you off stage or what. So we were going to do some pretty cool, like fun stuff with this. And then R-rated, here we go. And then you would choose your number of generations, right? We can choose 2, right? And so what this would do is this would literally spit out this set that you're supposed to do. And we use different language models on the back end. And so depending on what the tool is, that's how we would pair it up to the language models. Some tools do better with GPT. Some tools do better with Claude. Some tools do better with Commander. So it was one of these things, right? Now, this is cool, right? So like, hey, everyone. So let's talk about girlfriends. You ever notice how girlfriends have the magical ability to remember? Like, it's like it can be as dirty or as clean as you want it. You know what I mean? And so this was just one of those initial tools that we had, right? And so this was like, it's something really cool that, no more prompting. It would literally just give you the answer.
Excellent. I'm excited to try it out. I mean, there's so many different use cases.
Yeah, it's free. We have a free service for you. Get in, you can try out any of the tools. This was our image AI before they were doing a lot of things. And, we got DALL-E 3 and Stable Diffusion. There are more models now. Our video AI. And like I said, bro, this is from early 2024. You know what I mean? Like, before Thor 2 and all of these things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this was just a small snippet of the current platform where you'll be able to use the Neuro token and everything.
Is there a specific niche you want to do? Or you want to like do everything?
I think of ourselves like I like the Canva model. Like everyone is familiar with Canva. Canva has a little bit of everything for everybody. You know what I mean? Like if you want to do overlays for Twitch streaming and backgrounds and resumes and logo modifications. Yeah, it's a little bit, and you can print out, merchandise and stuff. It's a little bit of everything. I think that's kind of what we're shifting Neuro to be, right? Because we want VentureMind AI to be more so of a holding company for all of these projects kind of under the umbrella.
Awesome. Yeah. Like I think having like the umbrella effect is good because you allow people to explore. And when people have the opportunity to explore, they can kind of see what they actually want to use and which direction they want to go in. It's like school, right? You see which subjects you like and then you go deeper into it. So you guys kind of give that whole experience for exploration and creativity. And I love that.
Yeah, it should be. Listen, as vibe coding takes effect, and these tools are just unbelievable, man. Like it's hard to keep up. It really is hard to
And it
keep
is.
up.
And the subscriptions too. Like it's crazy with the amount of subscriptions, you know?
Yeah.
From a consumer and creative point, like I'm like using Midjourney, Higgsfield, Suno, it all adds up.
But think about it for a second. Imagine if you had to hire a dev for every creative idea that you wanted to do and start a business for. Imagine if you had to deal with multiple people, web designer for UI, UX, front end, back end, database, QA testing, maintenance. You can't, something's down and your customers are complaining and it's 2 a.m, right? And you're having to call someone else, to hopefully they stop what they're doing in their lives to fix your issue. It removes all of that. It's just you now. So if something goes down, you built it. You could prompt it and it would easily just fix it. You know what's going on. So it blows away. I would easily spend $1,000 or $2,000 in subscriptions to build out this badass platform that I fully control on the domain side, front end, back end, design, and everything. Like that's peanuts. That's peanuts based on what people used to pay developers.
No, I completely agree. And I think this whole thing is about innovation. We're like in an accelerated time, right? So it's about how do you optimize and adapt? And it seems like you guys have done that very well. So I'm just going to pull up my questions here. I guess,
Yes.
like seeing where you're at, like, with this, like what's next on the roadmap for you guys? Like what's the direction you're going in? Did you just like pour it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he pushed the wrong button.
Oh, good.
Even builders push the wrong button sometimes. It happens.
Well, feel free to share it. Like, what are you excited about when it comes to what you're building here?
Whoa. So we have a couple projects in the works on the back end that are going to come out. We're excited about those.
Man,
site updates.
What happened? Did I die? I was like, man, what happened? Sorry about that.
Just letting the viewers miss you, right, guys?
Yeah, I was like, my bad, guys. What was the question? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to butt in on Mike.
No, you're good.
Oh, good. Just asking, like, what's next for you guys? What are you excited about? Like, what's on the roadmap? Where are we headed?
Oh, so I can honestly tell you that for VentureMind, for Neuro, this is kind of just the beginning for us, right? Because we're doing this whole revamp with VentureMind, but what we're doing is we're partnering up with AI people that are building these projects in AI, whether it's in Web 2 or Web 3. And we're helping them build, but we're also giving them access to our backend API for whatever that we do build, right? And so what's happening is we're going to be launching a powered by VentureMind AI type of deal where we have all these multiple projects, right? And eventually we'll have stakes in these projects as well. But shifting the whole AI side and AI agents to the Neuro token, right, is one of the biggest deals, right? And then from there, we'll start making more announcements for projects that we're launching under the VentureMind umbrella, and whether we have stake in them or whether they're owned by the founder. You know what I mean? Because,
talk to me about agentic tokens, like, or tokenized agents. Like, really curious how that works and like how you see that developing.
Yeah, so we come to it on a simple standpoint, right? Like when you're using agents, like I'll give you an example. When you're vibe coding, there's something that we use called 3-layer and 4-layer. Basically, it takes 3 AI agents. One is the architect, and then 2 are kind of like your designers and builders and so on and so forth. The two fight with each other, and then go back to the architect for an overview of what they've built. What this does is this just gives you an overall team perspective of building out product. When it comes to tokenization and all these things like that, what we did with the NeuroFreaks was an NFT to where it would give you lifetime access to the AI agents. No matter what the AI agents did, whether they host spaces on X, they did automated tweets for you. We even had an AI girlfriend, boyfriend. It was kind of like a spoof tool that we did where we would give it 11's last voices, and then you could give it your buddy's wife's number, something like that, and then it would call her and just kind of, it was like a spoof thing. It was real funny to kind of spoof your buddy if you wanted, or a friend or something like that. But what it was really for was a sales agent that would, if you had a CSV file full of numbers and everything like that, you would upload it, and then it would make those calls for you, right? And straight into the CRM. And then you would know who was interested in your product and who wasn't. It basically kind of put that in your hands. And so tokenizing that, giving people lifetime access with that NFT was one of the biggest deals. And then people would ask you, he's like, well, how the hell are you guys going to make money? How, you're giving them lifetime access, they buy the NFT, it's kind of limited. So we did something called blueprints. And with blueprints, each NFT holder has like 50 blueprints. Mm-hmm. Blueprints are like subscriptions. You can give them out to anybody, but they have to pay the monthly subscription service. 80% comes back to the company, 20% goes back to the NFT holder. So it gave NFT holders the incentive to not only get lifetime access to the agents, but also to make a recurring revenue if they wanted to push those to their communities and so on and so forth. Right. So that's kind of like how we think about it.
Well, I feel like the direction and innovation where that is going, especially with agentic micropayments, is X402. If you've heard on Solana, we're doing X402 now. And I feel like maybe I don't know if it would be NFTs now, but you could definitely do a tokenized X402 agent to handle payments and micropayments on the API side of things. I think that is a fun, approachable angle where you could have a character customize, maybe use this VentureMind tool suite, and then you launch an agent with a token. I don't know, this is the kind of brainstorming that I've been doing, is how do you close the gaps and, play with these overlaps to actually build like a hybrid AI or agentic model that encompasses all these different elements of AI and is like pro market ready. And it's ahead of the curve, and I love innovating. So I'm excited to see how I can integrate VentureMind into my own workflows, but also to see what emerges from other builders. What are some of the other creators that are using your technology? Like what are they building right now? Any standout?
Most of the stuff is back in API. I can't reveal that one, but I can tell you one. It's called Frenzy Flow. They're about to launch their website, and they're not starting off as Web3, they're more like Web2, but here's the crazy part about them is that think of Opus and StreamYard coming together and, making a sandwich. It's basically allowing people to clip their basically you can upload content to it and it'll clip it for you, just like Opus, right?
Yeah.
But also you can upload any URL and it will pull video from that URL and it's yours, just like that, over 1,800 sites. And then it'll clip it for you. They're also doing something called X targeting, where it targets different viral videos, clips it, and then automatically pushes it to whatever X account that they have connected to it. And then
that's pretty cool. Like clipping it is becoming very popular this year.
It's crazy. Right? So I'm really bullish about them. And then StreamYard, they have a streaming side to where as we're streaming now, it clips live. So as we're having this conversation on the stream, it's steady clipping live as we're doing it. So by the time the live stream's over, you have all your clips.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Check that one out. Make sure you send me the link to that.
Yeah, it's called Frenzy. It's going to be Frenzy Flow. Make sure you look out for them because we're going to announce them pretty soon.
Okay, dope. I love how layered this is. You know, you have like myself, and then we have Cyrene AI, then we have VentureMind, then you got Frenzy Flow. Like, it don't stop. It's like Inception over here, you know? But we got
It's
the
really cool. I'm excited, man. I'm excited about a lot of stuff we're doing in the background. The community doesn't get a chance to see it. You know, listen, this Web3, it's token focused, and I get it. I said, but man, we're doing some really cool stuff on the back end. That's so
Hell
much
yeah.
fun to me.
Talk to me about Neuro. Talk to me about the token.
Yeah, so Neuro is kind of taking place on the AI side, right? Like you'll be able to stake Neuro, you'll be able to use Neuro to, you know, APIs on the back end, just like you would with any other company or anything like that if you wanted to use our API and SDK. But also it basically feeds, you know, that blueprint that I was telling you about, to where people can pay in the Neuro token, or they can stake the Neuro token, or they can actually use it to unlock new AI features and stuff like that that most people wouldn't get access to, right? Like some sort of gating on the AI agents would be really cool. If we decide to release this really cool feature, maybe you can use a Neuro token to kind of open that access up to it, right? So we try to bring as much utility to tokens as well. And then also any revenue that we generate, a certain percentage of that is used to buy back the Neuro token, to build our treasury, to remove float off of the market and keep that tranche small on the pool, right? And so we try to keep it's very hard to, you know, inject these crazy token utilities. And initially we like to keep it simple, but that does not mean that you cannot add more utility as you build more and discover what your community likes and what they don't like, right? So if we give the element of something for something, people love staking. They love this, man. And if they're using your product on the, if they're using their product on the service side, it's not crazy. It's more, that's more Web2 based. They like service more so than Web3 people. Web3 people love the elements of staking and love the elements of actually earning and things like that. So
yeah, yield interaction.
We try to service everyone for that.
Awesome. I love that. Is there anything else that you'd love to share with us today around the token and how that fits in?
Yeah, you know, listen, you know, when I met the Cyrene AI guys, man, like what you guys are doing on Solana and pushing towards Solana Foundation is great, right? Because we applied to Solana Foundation, but I think the elements of us adding in stables doesn't really help the Solana Foundation per se. They want people that's going to just eat, breathe, and just, you know, grasp that Solana. I think what you guys are doing is amazing for founders on the front end, right?
Yeah.
It just, you're forcing them to make sure that there's no excuses now. Now all you have to do is execute, right? Because that was that barrier to entry of, oh, I need to raise, I need to do this. Okay, you raise, now execute, right? Make, you know, hold on to those promises that you say you're going to do. And the ability for people to build faster now means that they can present the product immediately as opposed to hype, right? So
exactly, I think that's what I did over the past 90 days, man. I started with a stream and I was like, I need a subject for the stream. Okay, let me vibe coded. Okay, shit, like I need a developer to help me launch my V2. Like if you just show up, like we raised first and then went, you know what I mean? And bootstrapped as we were building. Like everything you're talking about, I put into practice past 90 days. So I get it. And I definitely feel like people that are willing to take the risk, like this is like the opportunity for entrepreneurs to like actually go like and hit turbo and actually do something. And if you have that drive and that willpower, shit, like you can make it right now. Like we live in such a solution-oriented time.
Yeah, listen, I listen to spaces all the time, and I hear this, you know, people want jobs and I want to work for this company. I'm like, bro, like everything is so accessible now. Go out and like build your own, like go and take that jump, go jump. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where, man, it's so if so many people need to grasp this concept of becoming a builder, becoming a founder, but some people don't have that thick skin. Like it comes with the territory, right? So kind of lead them to the water as much as you can. But yeah, it's a great opportunity across the board.
I feel like you guys definitely have the energy. It's been a great stream so far.
Yeah,
thank you so much for your time and sharing all of this with us. How can people get in touch with you and learn more?
Yeah, Absolutely. You can actually go to our X page at VentureMind AI. You also can go to my personal page, J_Anaguam. You can go to venturemind.ai. And also we have a LinkedIn. We have a LinkedIn, and we also have our Telegram channels as well. Just go on our X page and you'll be able to check everything out that we have going on. We have multiple projects across the board, but yeah, we're pretty accessible on X. We're pretty live and active on there.
I
Yeah.
love it. Cool. Definitely check it out. And yeah, everyone tuning in, check out VentureMind AI. Maybe you'll see a collaboration. It seems like there's some synergy here too, and you might see us do something.
Get it, man. I'm telling you, Raheem. I want to see your skills, man. I want to see you I want to see what you're building, brother. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, everything is like live on X right now. So you Light of Raheem,
Okay.
check it out, and definitely come out to Solana conference. We'll be there with the Cyrene AI team.
Where are you? When is Solana conference? Just
December 11th, the Etihad Arena in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, I was just talking to someone they're gonna be there. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay,
Gotta
cool.
step in the Solana arena, man. It's this is where the magic happens.
Man, I love Soul, brother. I love Soul. So, but yeah, man, thank you for having us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Look forward to all that's ahead.
Absolutely. All right, you guys take care,
Right.
and we'll see you soon. Make sure you check out for the launch.
Peace.